mean, how can it be that a Western nation is like, look, we're going to turn to bad weather, so please, everybody, reduce your consumption. And of course, at home, don't charge your EV. I mean, all those things are happening. Discussions and all these things are happening where we're actually giving up our energy security. And at the same time, increasing our cost of energy. And by the way, not doing anything positive for the environment, which is the interesting thing. Now we come into the efficiency, not energy efficiency, we come to raw material efficiency, which is another whole big issue about this whole energy thing, what's going on. By this reducing efficiency, that doesn't only mean we're actually going to need more energy to get the same energy out, it also means we actually need more raw materials for the same energy out. And that, of course, needs something that needs to be produced. You need to invest in it. But nobody wants to invest in money, kind of dirty, why not? Not here, please do it somewhere else. I mean, so it's all these things happening. So the world is really going through and I continue saying this, through a mining energy super cycle. There's huge volatility, which Rob hinted on. Huge volatilities, right? I have a warm year, great, everybody's happy, no problem. But in normal year, I mean, in Europe, 96, 97 was probably the coldest or the longest Dunkelflaute we had in the past 20 years. A year like this, the lights would be off. And people don't understand it, don't realize this. No, it's fine, and all those things. But it's not fine. And the only way to counter this is really to start opening up and say, guys, we have to invest in reliable capacity. And it's not only gas, it's also coal. Coal is 36% of global power. 8 hours out of 24 hours every single day is powered by coal.
Coal today, globally, I think we did 8.5 billion tons a year of coal last year. It's 1 billion tons a year more than I had 5 years ago, or that the IEA had 5 years ago. And what it is China and India and other parts of Southeast Asia saying, so look, we've kind of grappled with, do we want to do fast transition or do we want to avoid energy shortages? We're going to avoid energy shortages. We're going to ramp our domestic coal. In November last year, China started announcing it would guarantee a rate of return for new coal-fired generation, even if they don't use the coal, because they're so worried about having the capacity. And Maynard, you asked the question about are any countries making pragmatic decisions? Like China's making very pragmatic decisions, even if they blow everybody else's climate aspirations completely out of the water.
India, by the way, same thing.
Oh yeah, no, totally same thing. I have that chart. I mean, those upwards revisions. It started making me think about just population and what I call the 100 million club. So who's in the 100 million club? Basically, it's 25 countries have more than 100 million people or will have more than 100 million people by or close to there by 2050. And, China and India, both 1.4 billion. US is number 3, 330 million. And then, you look down this list of countries, half of them, you can't get them to stop stoning adulterers to death. And you kind of they're meant to turn off all of their coal and do all these other, and it's the biggest challenge in global energy policy. And I think Senator Kennedy mentioned this in your podcast last week. There's another bit where I almost skied into a tree when I was listening. It doesn't feel like anybody in the West has a solution to that.